At full-back for the Warrington Wolves, you've got Richie Mathers. Then it's Chris Riley, Chris Bridge, Ryan Atkins and Matt King. Half-backs, Lee Breers and Richie Myler. In the forwards, Adrian Morley, Michael Monaghan, Gareth Carvell, Louis Anderson, Ben Westwood and Ben Harrison. And on the bench, Mick Hyam, Paul Wood, Simon Griggs and David Solomona returns for coach Tony Smith. Now the Wigan Warriors have put Amos Roberts to full-back. Then it's Daryl Goulding coming into the side, Martin Gleeson, George Carmont, Pat Richards, Sam Tompkins, partners Paul Deacon at half-back. Real experience and youth there at half-back for the Wigan Warriors. Deacon has been starting from the bench. Well, he's on from the word go here. Then in the forwards, Stuart Fielder, Thomas Luluai at hooker, Andy Coley, Harrison Hanson, Joel Tompkins and Sean O'Loughlin. And on the bench, Paul Prescott, Phil Bailey returns, Feka Palliasina and Lee Mossop for coach Michael Maguire. Well, I mentioned the fact that we've got a big crowd here. We've got a great atmosphere, great excitement building during the week ahead of this game. And I think that excitement has got to the two coaches.
I think it should be a good game. Both teams have started pretty positively, but, you know, it's going to be a case of, you know, best team will win on the night. You know, that's how close the competition is now, and no matter who you play. But, yeah, it's been a good start for both. But a bit nervous about it tonight, a bit nervous. You know, not so much about the outcome, just, you know, it's always a nervous time when you're on TV and, you know, when you go home and review the game and hear some of the comments and see some of the replays and all those sort of issues. We had a pretty disrupted week this week, and, you know, we've got through it so far.
Do you think that there's better to come from your side? We've probably seen two faces of them already this season.
Yeah, I do. I think all teams will get better as the season goes on, providing you can keep the players on the pitch, and either through injury or suspension. And you know, as long as we do that, I think we'll get better on a weekly basis, and that's what every team strives to do. It's not easy to attain that, but we're going to work hard towards it.
You're going to have to be at your best tonight, though.
Yeah, it'd be good. Yeah, it's good to have both Carvell and Morley there. That gives us a chance. It would have been tough without him, but you know, we'll see what Steve-O comes up with tonight. I know he's there for his opinions, and you know, he's got plenty of them, and he's got every right to them. But you know, it makes a nervous time for coaches and players when they, you know, hear some of the comments and some of the articles written in the papers. So yeah, we'll all be biting our nails until we get home and review the game.
Michael, you want your big guns on board for a game like this, but you've had to put up with a bit of disruption in your preparation, haven't you?
Yeah, we have a little bit. I mean, the people that are coming in are very capable of doing the job. So, unfortunately, Mark Riddell sort of did an ankle injury earlier in the week, so we were hoping that he might have come through, but unfortunately didn't make it yesterday. And obviously with Cameron Phelps fell out last week through an ankle injury as well. So the people that are coming in are going to be very capable in doing a job for us.
Thomas Luluai's starting at hooker. What are you expecting from him?
Oh, look, his typical style of game, flat out. You know, he's a great kid to have around, and, you know, he's a million mile an hour, so you pretty well know what you're going to get every time he's out there too.
Paul Deacon's experience, not a bad thing.
Yeah, no, a very handy player to be coming off the bench. You know, he's been very unlucky, I suppose, to not be starting because we've had so many quality players there to be able to pick from. But, you know, I'm looking forward to seeing him start tonight.
And everybody's billing this, even at this early stage of the season, as one of the games to see.
Oh, look, it's early in the year, and, you know, obviously it's a big game. You know, we're looking forward to a packed house tonight too.
Yes, a packed house, and the Warrington coach in the dressing room with his players now. And, well, Steve-O, you have contributed to a disrupted week for Warrington Wolves.
I'm just happy that Tony Smith actually watches Sky TV.
Well, who doesn't?
And, of course, and reads my column. Yes, it's, don't worry, Eddie, I will not be losing any sleep tonight. One of the coaches will, though, that is for sure. This will be a humdinger.
Yes, Warrington are second in the table, Wigan are third. Both of them with 100% records coming into this. They're on the line. Top of the table beckons for the winners. Wigan, though, it really is an early examination of the progress that they've made under Michael Maguire. They've never won on this ground at the Halliwell-Jones Stadium. 6 consecutive defeats. They lost to Warrington in the Cup semi-final last year as well, of course, but it wasn't here, that was at Widnes. But they did lose the 2007 Cup semi-final against the Catalan Dragons on this pitch. Wigan fans must believe that it's time that the hoodoo is laid to rest. And Andy Coley is the man in charge tonight. He is a member of the 5-player leader group, and Andy Coley is the skipper out there. And Wigan have travelled in numbers. It is a complete sellout here tonight, and when this place is full, there are few grounds that generate the sort of atmosphere that we're going to hear and see this evening. And it's all on the back, as far as Warrington are concerned, of this team that they believe is on the brink of something very special. The Challenge Cup last year. Can Adrian Morley and co now win their first title in 55 years?
It's not going to be easy for either side. You talk about the pressure. Is the pressure on the new coach in Wigan, Michael Maguire? He will not be worried about the fact that Wigan have not been successful at this ground. And that guy, Adrian Morley, and the big fella on the wing, Matt King, they know they've got the power, they've got the skill. Have they got the nerves? Listen to this crowd. Sit back and enjoy. What a night for this fella, the referee, Richard Silverwood. Let's hope he keeps them well back, because the talent on show is absolutely superb.
It's Wigan who is going to get this game underway then, and Pat Richards' boot will get us going. Richards starts. Wigan against Warrington here at the Halliwell Jones Stadium, and a fumble backwards by Richie Mathers. A nervous start from the full-back, but it was another towering, magnificent kick-off from the boot of Pat Richards. And interestingly, I see that Matt King has lined up tonight on the left wing, because Goulding, that's Darryl Goulding, plays for Wigan this evening in place of Roberts, who's had to go back to full-back in place of Cameron Phelps. So there is Matt King, and it's Darryl Goulding playing his first game of the season, who will have to cope with him. Chris Riley has switched over to the right-hand side. Breers with the kick, and will give Goulding something to do early in the piece. Takes it cleanly.
Pretty good position there by the winger, but that is wonderful defence. Westwood wrapped him up, dumped him into the ground. Oh, both sides are fired up. We knew that. You could feel the tension.
And there is George Carmont. George Carmont gets as far as Westwood again, and Morley, they seem to be hunting as a pair tonight. Lulawai in his international position, of course, at hooker this evening at dummy half. There's Stuart Fielden, relishing the opportunity to start a match this year under Michael Maguire. Didn't do it too many times last season. The last one of Brian Noble's tenure at the DW Stadium. Last tackle here for Wigan, and it's Deacon. Paul Deacon slides the kick in. It's a poor one, straight to Matt King, and there's a Warrington player flat out.
What a hit that was!
I think that's Gareth Carvel who's got a problem early.
Gareth Carvel was trying to charge the ball down. Look at that for a shot. The physicality in this game is going to be important, but it's who keeps the nerve, who affects the tackle, rather than tries to hurt their opponent.
It's Warrington at the moment with 12 men. Carvel now just going through the bottom of your screen, takes his place in the Warrington line. The thumb goes up from the physio. He's going to be okay. That's a great kick. It's picked up though right on the touchline by Roberts. Could that have been classed as an obstruction?
Well, it certainly looked as though he's offloaded as well.
He has to Carmont.
Well, it looked as though it was a superb kick there from Michael Monaghan. And there's the knock-on. That comes about by the big hits, the pressure. What a start this is. Breers, he pulled that backwards. That should have been play on.
It's Wigan's head and feed. Carvel going for the charge down, and he gets a knee in the chest of his own player.
It was an excellent example of how to put pressure on the kicker. Arms out in front of the body, completely legal, and I'm sure something that Paul Deacon will have an eye on the next time he's asked to kick in that scenario. And
Phil, while he's charging that ball down, he's looking to put the kicker off. He's not looking to take him out. Just look at Gaz Carvel. He's just trying to take the concentration and distract that kicker.
It's a knock-on against Pat Richards now.
Well, his arms, his legs, there's everything going on here. And Louis Anderson, the coach, Tony Smith, he admitted Eddie to being a touch nervous. And why not? There's so much expectation. Listen to this crowd. They're going bananas.
And it's only head and feet at the scrum after 3.5 minutes. That was Myler, this is Atkins, Deacon and Martin Gleeson. Myler finds the runner, who is Louis Anderson, in his 3rd season at Warrington. There's Michael Monaghan coming down the opposite side. This is Richie Mathers now.
Neat move as well, full back coming in on that short blind side. It was a lovely little pass too.
Breers fires the pass wide and finds Chris Bridge. Bridge gets away from Carmont. Still going, Bridge. Good run to the 10-metre line.
Poor work from George Carmont. Went far too high the first time. Got in the second.
Morley up the middle for Warrington. O'Loughlin and Joel Tompkins, they stand firm. Here is Breers again. Kick to the corner looking for Riley. The ball is palmed out by Pat Richards.
Wonderful kick into the corner as well. It had to have the height of Richards as well. Riley's not the tallest, but it had to be Johnny on the spot straight away, didn't it, Pat Richards? Well, it's been an eventful 4.5 minutes, hasn't it?
Michael Maguire, his team boast the best defence in Super League, Warrington the best attack. Warrington have scored 16 tries and got 86 points to the name. Wigan have conceded just 2 tries and have conceded only 12 points.
And it's the left side of Wigan's defence, I think, Eddie, that needs to have a man-of-the-match performance if they are to win. Particularly Richards, Carmont, because invariably the ball will go to Lee Breers. He often stands in direct traffic on that side of the field where Westwood is right now. And the players in the red and white jerseys need to be at their very best to repel whatever the Warrington throw down there.
Well, they're coming down there at the moment with Chris Bridge.
There's a few high shots as well. Harrison Hansen was certainly going high in the previous tackle.
Here's Richie Myler.
And that's a high one there from Sean O'Loughlin. He's got to keep a good eye on this. Is Richard Silverwood.
Now Mathers on the inside is Harrison. He spins away from a couple. Down he goes on tackle number 4. Inside the red zone though, Warrington with Monaghan, who'll scoot from dummy half. Fire the pass to Breers. Breers will give it long. He finds Bridge. And Bridge is faced by Carmont again. And Fielden comes in, and so too does Richards, and they put him down on the last tackle. Monaghan appealing for a penalty that doesn't come. It's with Bridge. Slides the kick in, bounces off the leg. And that ball comes off Fielden and goes backwards, and it's a goal line dropout again.
Great work though by Warrington. Breers okay, got the lucky ricochet away. Fielden just got a touch to it as well. It could have gone anywhere. Carvel tried to keep it alive, but all it did was hit Stuart Fielden, the prop forward. And that man there, Lee Breers, said that could have gone anywhere. They could have scored on that occasion. But what about the pressure? They're taking the time, and the Warriors...
You know, I think they should almost be penalised there for that, Wigan. They wasted almost 30 seconds. Sooner or later, I know everyone wants to get their breath, the referee included, but we need to keep an eye on that.
Here comes Carvel again. I just wonder why Gareth Carvel didn't have a dive at the line himself when that ball came free just a moment ago. Anyway, he's out there and he knows what he's doing. It's Monaghan who is brought to ground by 2 defenders, Coley and Joel Tompkins. That was Myler. This is Anderson.
Neat little short pass as well. Very, very flat. Wigan look to me as though they're getting away with it. They're holding him down slightly. The crowd underneath as they're going mad.
Breers hangs on. He thought about the pass to Ben Harrison. 4 tackles gone. Monaghan is the dummy half. He'll scoot again. Oh, and he nearly gave it to Myler. He fooled everybody. Fooled the Wigan defence. Nearly fooled his own players. Anderson goes down on the last tackle.
And he nearly came up with a try as well. Hesitation in the Wigan defence. Surely the pressure must tell.
Breers spins away from a couple of challenges. Had the time to look. Puts the kick into the air. And Darren Goulding's under that. Not the best kick from Breers.
Well, he normally thinks a little bit quicker than that. It was caught in 2 minds. It was good kick pressure from Wigan, though. You look at the options that Warrington have got. They're continually trying to get the ball inside and just test that defender from Wigan.
6 successive home wins against Wigan for the Warrington Wolves. Unprecedented in post-Second World War football. And you think it was just 2 wins and a draw against Wigan in 10 Super League clashes at Wilderspool. I don't know what the builders put in the cement at this place, but they did something. But here comes Amos Roberts. And Roberts, slip was the crucial moment, and it opened up for Amos Roberts, and they'd soaked the pressure off Wigan, and they'd come up with the first try from their leading scorer. Only Chris Riley of Warrington has scored more than this fellow in 2010. This is his 30th consecutive appearance, and he's come up with the opening try.
An amazing try as well. Roberts, who came very close to being man of the match last week. He sets up, Bass on the inside. Look at that, that's neat footwork. Maybe he should have offloaded. He had Gleeson there, but he had the confidence, and he also had the speed. Beautiful play. Inside to Coley from Deacon, and then Coley to this man. In and out, sidestep, go with it, speed, fend. TRY. Unbelievable.
Amos Roberts, first blood to Wigan.
Where's he been for 12 months? That's what I think the Wigan fans will believe. You know what, you have to be very good at this level. If you break the line 50 metres out and are able to score, you're pretty special, and Amos Roberts has just done that. Remarkable effort.
Steve-O used the word confidence. Amos Roberts last year perhaps not playing with as much confidence. He just pinned his ears back there, went for the line, outstanding pace.
Good pedigree. He's got over 100 tries in the NRL in Australia before he came over here. And Pat Richards having to steady the nerves with the Warrington faithful behind him, willing this kick to miss. And he has. 4-0 now, the Warriors.
Wonderful play. Superb stuff. There you can see, watch Roberts, but also watch Ben Harrison. Just a little bit lazy. He should have got there earlier. Big fella, King slips, but that is superb. That is excellent stuff. And when you look at that move closely, it's Andy Coley that gives the final pass. A forward, giving the ball back to his fullback. Excellent stuff.
Coley now having to run the ball away from his own goal line. Good challenge by Monaghan. Here goes Thomas Lulawai. That's a great run from him. Now O'Loughlin, he brushes away from Harrison, takes on Westwood. Westwood puts him down.
Well, we saw last week that the introduction of the new coach, Michael Maguire, we say that the handling was a lot quicker. They look fitter. They're eager. They want to get on and play the ball. Look at that. That's the advantage. You get that advantage when you can leave a defender on the floor. That means they're down to 12 in defence.
Last tackle here for Wigan. Sam Tompkins will hoist the kick. King is after this. Oh, nobody's interested. Mathers gets it in the end.
Well, it looked like neither of them wanted to call. Well, that is a sin. That is a sin that you say to even junior footballers.
Down goes Mathers on the first. Bill, let's have a word about those pitch conditions. Looks okay from up here.
Oh, Eddie, it's an absolute paradise compared with what we saw at Bradford last night. And you've got to say a big word for the Warrington Wolves under-18s, who have volunteered, I'm told, for pitch maintenance duty first thing this morning around. Removing the frost covers that have been laid when they could have been lying in bed, just taking it easy. But they were press-ganged into duties, and this is probably a really ideal playing surface, and these players should be enjoying it after what they've had to play on in recent weeks.
I'm sure they are. Well done, the under-18s.
Eddie, if I know John Bastian, I don't think they volunteered for that.
Here's Ben Harrison in the under-18s himself not long ago. The man is 22 next Wednesday. Wigan conceding the penalty for laying on in the tackle. That's why Warrington over the halfway line with Morley on tackle number 2.
And it was a poor penalty as well. Stuart Fielding had his hand on the ball as well, made it quite obvious. Oh, great move! But it's dream dropped. Knock on. Oh, it looked on, didn't it? Beautiful work from Monaghan.
Just on the shoulder, just behind Richie Myler.
It was there, the gap was there. You could see that Coley was very late to fill it. But the way that Monaghan is running from the dumber half position is creating a lot of problems. That should have been a try. I don't think anyone would have stopped him.
12 minutes gone, and so far the game living up to all the pre-match hype. Mind you, there are very few Super League games of this importance that don't live up to expectations. And how about that in the south of France? The Catalan Dragons 8, St Helens 0. If you want to watch that, by the way, the highlights of Catalan Dragons and St Helens, we'll have it for you later on this evening and throughout tomorrow here on Sky Sports. You get the best of this, and you'll also have extended highlights of that one from Perpignan. This is the last tackle, meanwhile, from Wigan. Up goes the kick again from Tompkins. Another towering bomb from him. Mathers underneath it. There it is. 12:30, midnight tonight. Catalan against St Helens follows the highlights of this, and then it's on again tomorrow.
That was interesting, Eddie, how Warrington had almost 2 fullbacks to receive that kick. Mathers was over covering the right side of the field, King more centrally on the left-hand side, and I think they're both aware that the modern game is going that. They're putting 2 fullbacks to cover so that they can catch the kick on the full.
They often use a pendulum system, as the fullback will move over to one side, then the opposite winger will cover that big gap there, Phil.
Tackled Ben Westwood then by Harrison Hansen. The kick, though, towards the touchline, picked up by Amos Roberts, and I must say Roberts is looking full of it at the moment.
I think you'd have to say that about the entire Wigan squad, because they really are up for this. Some of their defence has been really heavy. I must say, that's a big mistake. I'm just about to say Richard Silverwood's allowing quite a lot to go on in the play the ball area.
And the Wigan defensive line then was like a dog's hind leg, it really was. Mistake by Sam Tompkins. Here's another penalty for Warrington now. Interference.
Well, it didn't surprise me, because
he says I can't hear you, no wonder.
yeah, well, there's so much going on in and out. You can see that they're gang tackling a Wigan.
It's very important, the transition. If you make a mistake, don't double that up, and that's just what Wigan have done.
Brea short ball to Carvel. Fielden there, O'Loughlin there. Oh, what a great offload! It's Monaghan. Here is Mathers. Boom, down he goes. Big hit by Coley. Monaghan finds Myler, gives it to Anderson. Anderson taking him on himself, just looked over the shoulder. Ryan Atkins had stopped. Myler directing the traffic from dummy half. Oh, Morley goes without it.
That was a sloppy pass as well, and he knows it. It took too long for Myler to get that ball away from the play-the-ball area, and you could see there that Morley had virtually overrun it. They're just not coordinating at the moment.
Steve, whenever you see a forward running a sharp angle like that, you need soft hands, because you really are running at full pace. I've no doubt Adrian Morley was trying to set his team at a certain position in the pitch, ready for a backline move.
But far too often you find players will take a step at the dummy half rather than getting the ball away quickly. If Morley had hit that at force, which he would have, in a quick pass, he probably would have scored.
I'm sure Adrian Morley just wanted a nice clean ball there, Steve-O.
Goulding playing in Super League for the first time. This is Coley now. Goulding playing in Super League for the first time tonight, that is, of course. This is Fielden. Tompkins gave it to Lulawai, and Lulawai,
Great kick.
hits it right into the corner, and it means that Chris Riley has to run this ball out.
And they went early, didn't wait till the last.
Tompkins with the tackle.
Went on the 4. He was on Deacon first there in the chase. Look at that, solid defence. It's going to take something very exceptional to get through it at the moment.
This is Atkins now. Atkins, the ball comes out the back, and it was Myler who swooped on it first. Here is Anderson. Solid Wigan defence so far. Can Warrington come up with something special to pierce it? Harrison, good ball.
But a very well-drilled defence there. Super tackle by Carmon. Knew that the dummy runner was coming through.
Great offload.
Good offload, Westwood.
Found Monaghan, who in turn found Breers. That's the last tackle. Tompkins with the tackle. Breers didn't like it. Pushing and shoving. Can't really do that. Ball just skips in front of Goulding from the kick. St Helens on the board in the south of France. 8-4 down there. 4-0 here to Wigan. 17 minutes gone.
Thrills are plenty all over Europe. Roberts is offloaded. That was good play again.
Oh, superb. Here's Carmont. Through the tackle, or would-be tackle of Monaghan. Ball has come free. Play on, says Richard Silverwood. Harrison has it.
Oh, it's 12 minutes. They're all eager to look for the offload. The support play superb. How long can this last?
80 minutes, I hope. second tackle. Here's Westwood. Will run and run all night, Ben Westwood. Monaghan. Myler. On the inside is Morley.
They're still persevering with the inside ball, but it's been flagged up quite early.
Great ball from Monaghan to Myler. Try for Warrington. The Wigan defence just sat back, and Monaghan took full advantage. Myler was up on his shoulder, took the pass, and Richie Myler, the man with a 4-year deal back, and they are building around Richie Myler here at Warrington. A try on his debut against Quins, 2 tries last week against Castleford, and now 1 here tonight, and 2 tries against Wigan for Salford last season.
Well,
he knows the way to the line.
It was a break by George Carmont, spilled it through, but this is one of the few occasions that Warrington have had a quick play the ball. Monaghan takes full advantage, and Richie Myler in a superb position. Wigan's defenders, one had come out to the line, the other one stayed back. The gap was there, and the talented youngster Richie Myler has brought Warrington level. Surely, Breers, it's an easy one.
Breers with the kick, and Warrington lead for the first time, 6-4.
Well, if you had to run at one of those Wigan defenders, Eddie, you'd probably choose Paul Deacon. The most likely chance of getting through. And we see here Monaghan, the pass goes in between the gap where Deacon was, and Myler has that instinctive scoring ability to get Warrington's first try.
And we've talked about the inside play from Warrington, and what it does is it stands that defender up. You're looking constantly in rugby league to get 2 attackers running at 1 defender, and he's unclear who to tackle, and that's what Warrington did to good effect then.
Morley takes Pat Richards, restart on the 4th.
It didn't surprise me that the man that split the defence for the very first time really was Michael Monaghan. We mentioned earlier he's been the key so far. He's been eager, but they've got to get quicker play the ball. That's the only way they're going to get through again.
Well, whoever wins tonight will go to the top of the table. Wakefield, of course, they are not in action because their game with Harlequins brought forward. So they'll go top on points difference, whoever wins this. And the last time that Warrington were as high as this in Super League, 4th remains their best ever finish in the table. That was way back in 2005.
Surely this will get some height on it. No, they're going for position.
Monaghan down the line, he finds touch 10 metres away from the Wigan goal line.
You know, if Wigan are looking a little bit flat and tired as they walk back to this scrum, a look at the possession stats really might just give us an explanation. You know, Warrington have had twice as many play the balls as Wigan, so they've had basically twice as much of the ball. And we see here now, that's simply going to affect obviously the Wigan players. In the sport of rugby league, you are more tired when you have to defend than when you have possession. And again, that field position, territorially they're on top. At the moment though, Wigan just 2 points behind.
The Warrington coach, Tony Smith, just checking a stat or 2 on his computer. And Michael Maguire alongside Sean Wayne, just watching as Sam Tompkins feeds this scrum for the Wigan Warriors. Breers was hunting there.
Bit of a mess as it came out there.
Palliasina has joined the action for Wigan. His match statistics last week in defence were 31 tackles with no misses. He's been a bit of a bowling ball since he got over here and played for Wigan. His defensive stats last week were really impressive, and he's had to evolve and he's had to change areas with the ball. He's still just as destructive, but a little bit fitter after shedding that weight.
Yes, Mark Riddell also has shed a few pounds this season, but Mark Riddell not out there tonight. He turned an ankle in training earlier in the week, and well, Michael Maguire said that if it had been a grand final, they probably would have played him. They could have played him at a pinch, but it's a marathon, not a sprint, this. And he knows there's some more challenges to come. Talking of challenges, how about that from Tompkins on Matt King?
Oh, some of this defence is cruel.
And Palliasina leading the kick chase, working hard from Mark, and really putting himself about.
3 tackles gone for Warrington, still inside their own half. It's with Anderson, showed it to Harrison, took the tackle himself, that's the 4th.
Well, normally after the first 10 minutes, the game's normally just sort of settled down somewhat, but this has not. Great kick.
Wonderful
Great
kick from Monaghan. Inch perfect.
He's running the show. Such an important position, isn't it? They call them hookers, but there's no such thing these days. They're just an added half-back.
Steve, they both recognise number 7s, these players, and that will give variety in and around the ruck. And I talked about Palliasina. Palliasina must double up his efforts, just like all those big fellas in the middle, because players like Luluai and Monaghan will just expose you and embarrass you.
Now that he's lost so much weight, Palliasina, would you use him out wide rather than a battering ram down the middle then?
I think he can do much more work, and he can be just as destructive, but his engine will be bigger, and he has lost that weight. Has he been on the non-carbohydrate diet that you've been on, Steve-O?
Yeah, only a few weeks ago.
Here is Pat Richards. Good defence around the ruck from Monaghan. All the programmes that we have for you on Sky Sports coming up, as you can see, plus the live matches and everything else. What a week we've got next week, by the way. We have matches Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday with that World Club Challenge. Just keep an eye on the bottom of the screen. We'll tell you where to find everything. This is Palliasina, or it was going to be Palliasina.
And keep your eye on the fact that Amos Roberts, he's coming up from full-back position on several occasions, looking for the inside pass, very close to the play-the-ball area. Oh, they're lucky to get away with that.
He's not confident under the high ball, is he, Matt King?
To be fair, he has never been that ever since he arrived in this country.
Is it me, or does it look like he's got a pineapple on top of his head?
Sideshow Bob, we dubbed him last week, Barry.
Look at that.
Here he is.
Like Leo Sayer.
What about that one?
Straight back and sides, that's what they need, Eddie. Short and
Sergeant
sharp.
Major.
Short and
Sergeant
sharp.
Major McDermott, eh? This is Ben Westwood. Plays the ball to Monaghan. He gives it to Morley.
Great run.
Monaghan again. Slides the kick in for Myler to chase. Roberts to the rescue for Wigan.
Good work from Matt King as well. Got himself a good position, but equal to the task. It was a neat kick. Amos Roberts in a good position. He's having a fine game. The all-on.
This is a thunderous match.
Yeah, we knew it. I've been looking forward to this for a long, long time.
Here's Palliasina. 4 tackles gone. Great Warrington defence here. O'Loughlin.
Well, that's been proved already with the fact.
Look at that, 23 metres made.
That's been proved by the fact that that point there is that they're having to kick way down in their own half. So they nearly get to the halfway line to Warrington.
Here's Chris Riley. Gives it to Mathers. Joel Tompkins in quickly, and the Warrington players saying that looked a bit high, but Richard Silverwood happy to let them play on. Riley again from dummy half. 5 tries against Harlequins. New Super League record for the Warrington Wolves.
Well, some of this tackling takes me back a few years. It is cruel, and it is tough.
Ben Harrison, great offload, and the pressure finds Breers. Oof. Harrison Hansen was flying in then, and Bridge, lucky he was going down. Westwood, no way through for him. It's Wigan's turn to muscle up in defence now.
First and second markers for Wigan. They've given away a crucial penalty. That's the second one that Carmont's come up with. He's been quite lenient at Richard Silverwood. He's let the game go, which has made it more exciting. But he couldn't have no option with that. He just tried to turtle him just a little bit too much.
Third penalty that Wigan have conceded. They haven't received one yet.
Just making that point. If Wigan do not keep an eye on Monaghan running from dummy half, he's going to cut them to ribbons yet again.
David Solomona has come on. This is Paul Wood. He's come on as well. He finds Monaghan, finds Morley. Morley to Myler. Deacon and who was it? O'Loughlin to the rescue. Monaghan fires the pass to Breers. Space for him. Space for Mathers. Wide to go Atkins. Off the toes. Riley. Riley's on fire.
this season. You cannot beat that. That is rugby.
Outstanding. Chris Riley on the end of a scintillating move. As I say, he's on fire. He's 22 on Monday. It's his 7th try of the campaign. And he's got one in each of the games he's played so far.
Quality, class, maybe what you want. Dummy runner come through, which was Westwood, and Bridges' pass was outstanding too. What's Bridge? Oh, sensational. Wanted a touch forward, looks, it's hard to say, doesn't matter, it's been given. That final pass was sensational from Bridge. But from the side angle, there may have been a touch of a doubt, doesn't matter. It's up on the scoreboard, and as you say, Mr. Riley, take a bow. They can't stop him.
They can't. He faced Wigan in Paul Wood's testimonial match pre-season. He got a try in the 12-20 defeat. And he played the first of, or rather the first 9 of last year at fullback. Breers has missed the conversion. 10-4 Warrington though.
Super stuff, and you'll see that the dummy runner, which was Westwood, sucks in 2 Wigan defenders. It's sufficient to allow him outside. Whoa.
So there he is, Chris Riley, birthday boy on Monday, early present, 1 in the corner, 10-4 Warrington.
And Warrington for years have been able to score that try. It's a highly skillful one. It probably deserves more than 4 points. 4 quick passes to the winger, particularly that right side, very often dominated by Lee Breers. And I'll tell you what, a very, very well-worked try under great pressure.
For the last couple of years, we know that Warrington are all things bright and beautiful on attack, and they can score tries from everywhere. But they've got a real steel in the defence. They're not just winning the collision, they're winning the wrestle.
Solomona, though, didn't win that wrestle. He drops the ball.
I think he might have had a little fingertip in there somewhere. No?
I think that's what he's saying to the referee, isn't he?
No, I think it's quite obvious that Martin Gleeson didn't get anywhere near it.
It's that long since Wigan had played the ball in Warrington half. I think it was the last time they played it. It's been an eternity since they've been down this end of the field, and it's a massive let-off here now.
St Helens have hit the front. Oh, going! Lovely feet. Just lost them at the last vital moment.
That was outstanding.
Here is Deacon. That's Mossop.
Did you see that? I'm saying, viewers, did you see that? There was a set piece from the scrum.
Tompkins fires the pass. It's Amos Roberts again. Great tackle, Breers. Referee has got Warrington for offside. He allowed play to continue to see whether Wigan could score, and has now brought them back. So another set of 6 here as Prescott drives it in for Wigan on that line. Warrington now, their goal line defence last week at Castleford was magnificent. Watch it like tonight. Deacon to O'Loughlin. Great tackle again. Monaghan. Luluai. Deacon. Joel Tompkins.
Got to start using the dummy runners. They're not kidding this Warrington defence yet.
Luluai and O'Loughlin and Deacon. Fires the pass to Tompkins. He cuts inside. There was a man on the overlap wide. Would have been a long pass, though, that would have reached him. Tompkins, young player of the year, plays the ball. Back it comes. Last tackle here. The Warrington defence stands firm again. That was a mess. Oh, they've got a penalty, Wigan.
Interfering there. I think you'll find Paul Wood is the culprit. Yeah, you've got to get out of the way. Quick thinking by Prescott, though.
So here they come once again. Can Warrington hold this raid out? That's Lee Mossop. Here's Luluai. Fires the pass to Tompkins. Down that left channel comes Carmont.
Great defence, though. They are so well disciplined, aren't they?
Breers complaining about something. Pointed out wide, they're coming up the middle.
He pointed to his mouth.
It's Roberts. Amos Roberts stabs the kick in for Goulding. It's too deep.
They applied the pressure, the defence wouldn't reach. Not a bad option. But Richie Mathers had it covered all the way through. Interesting that, in that incident, Lee Breers pointed to the referee, then pointed to his mouth. Is he suggesting that someone was being bitten? I don't know.
Oh, that was a fumble by Westwood. He's got away with that. And Michael Maguire, that's his reaction to Amos Roberts with the kick to the corner. Meanwhile, I think he will have another shake of the head here because Warrington have got yet another penalty.
Well,
4-2.
There's little doubt. The Lachlan went right over and put the elbow in.
Blood from the mouth of Ben Westwood.
That doesn't surprise me that all these players don't have blood running from their mouth. This has been cruel and it's fantastic.
Myler will restart. Great penalty kick by Breers to put Warrington in this position with Morley. It's Wigan's turn now to defend their line. Monaghan, Paul Wood. Played the ball to Monaghan again. There's Myler. Here is Solomon. A great ball to King. He goes down, tackle number 3. Monaghan. It's with Wood again. And Wood backs himself. Ball comes out. It's flicked back. They keep it going, Warrington, with Breers. Wide pass to Bridge. Riley's there again. Riley was so close.
Boy, didn't he do well, keep out of touch.
It's Breers once more. Stabs the kick in. Oh!
That's try time.
Has Monaghan got a hand to it?
I think he might, but it's outstanding rugby league football. First Riley, how on earth did he keep in the field of play?
Well, from this far away, it looked for a moment
Is he onside?
as though Monaghan has knocked this ball forward.
But just to explain the rules, both feet have to be behind the ball when it's kicked.
Yeah, that's fine.
He's onside, Phil. No danger. I think he gets the ball down.
So
Look how many Warrington players are in pursuit of this ball. Let's have a look. Try time.
You can't give that.
Let's have a look from this angle.
It will be given.
It's just his forearm. Oh, no try.
I'm not right sure.
Can't give that.
No.
Got to be a knockout.
I retract it. I'm
You know,
distancing myself from Steve-O.
But look at this. I'm glad you've done that. Now, there, if you hold it there, you'd say he's definitely got pressure, but from the other one, it shoots away.
Definitely got pressure on that angle.
No, from the other angle, he loses it. Watch, from this one, he's got no downward pressure. Run the other way. Yeah,
no try.
It's a knock-on, isn't it? Tap on the 20. Is that how you would restart the game?
Well, the players out on the field while we're watching this, they've lined up for a tap restart on the 20-metre line of Wigan's. Phil Bentham still not convinced. But you cannot give that short.
Well, it probably could be if that's all he had to see, but from the other angle, it's quite clear. Look, it goes sideways. No try.
Is he looking at the other arm? Is he looking at Monaghan's left hand?
Are they looking at interference, perhaps, on Monaghan here, Eddie, from the Wigan defenders?
No,
that's a contest.
For the contest, isn't it?
That's a contest. Does he knock it forward here? And if it doesn't go forward, he pats it down with his left hand.
I think he touches it, because look how it just ricochets at right angles. So
but is that forward?
Oh, I'd put it down as a knock-on.
Phil Bentham's decision is what matters. No try. And it is the restart. So close, Michael Monaghan, so close, Warrington, to another try.
Another one of those examples, though, sometimes like an injury. We've had over a 2-minute break in play here now, and the concentration for both teams will be tested as we approach half-time.
I bet, though, the way that this game has been played and the pace it's been played, they'll be happy to have a bit of downtime, because it's been played at breakneck speed, hasn't it? The tackling has been so ferocious, the pace of the match.
Unbelievable, and full credit, you know, to the official, Richard Silverwood.
And as I said, gents, it's not just about the biggest impact, it's not just about the biggest shot, it's about the control after collision. Just watch it. Everybody, oh, there's a knock-on.
I think there are hands in there to be kind to Prescott. There's all sorts of hands, and fingers around that ball.
Well, I think Mickey Hyam was well and truly in there.
No question.
You are allowed to tackle or around the ball at the end, because
Absolutely.
otherwise the player could offload it to his teammates.
But I think there were hands there with Hyam. I think he was pulling it out, and I think Wood was also in attendance. Anyway, Richard Silverwood sees it in the way. It's a penalty here at the scrum to Warrington. They're offside at the scrum, Wigan.
That's what the
Head in the
defending
south of France, by the way.
Yeah, so they should be back 10 metres in my opinion. I know it's a rule change for there today.
Well, they'll be going for broke now, the Wolves, and they've every right to feel that way. The confidence must be high.
This is Atkins.
They have applied so much pressure. They really deserve to be in front by more than 6 points.
Monaghan will go himself. Michael Monaghan denied by the video referee a few moments ago, this time denied by the Wigan defence. Can they stand firm again?
He's short.
It's Solomona who was short. And the ball's come free.
Knock on.
It's a knock on.
Well, Monaghan is furious. It was a real mess at the play the ball area.
Oh, Warrington have got heaven feed.
That's Solomona's signature play. That he plays the ball quick, and Monaghan, I think
He's deemed that Gleeson's
knocked the ball down. Yeah, Monaghan has a right to pass that ball. Gleeson has a right to contest for it, but unfortunately he knocked that ball on.
And that's why Warrington have another raid on this Wigan line with Atkins driving it forward. Monaghan again waits that dummy half and he finds Myler, gives it to Solomona! I think this is a try for Solomona. Shine from the Bradford Bulls on a free transfer. David Solomona could be such an important cog in this Warrington wheel. If Tony Smith can keep this man fit, if they can play him on a regular basis, David Solomona is damaging to any opposition. And he's damaged Wigan here with a try right before half-time. The big Samoan, David Solomona.
And the pressure told. It's been a tremendous half by the Warrington Wolves. That's the incident. Monaghan was scooting away, and you can see Gleeson finally got to it. And what about the neat little inside pass from Myler? He's got such upper body strength as this fella. This is superb. Prescott did everything to stop him, but the apex of the ball hit the ground. Can he make it? The extras!
Yes, he can. 16-4, Warrington in the lead. Great time to score as we approach half-time.
Well, Richard Myler showing just how dangerous he can be at the try line. Sometimes it's a running play, this time it's a pass on the inside, and a player who's virtually unstoppable from a metre out. Good handling skills make sure that he gets some of the ball on some of the ground.
It's all that's necessary. Wigan led 4-0. Warrington have come back. They lead 16-4. St Helens trailed 8-0. They lead 18-8. What a year this is going to be.
It's fully deserved, though. The amount of field position and the pressure that they've applied to Wigan, they fully deserve this lead. Got to be careful, Wigan, not to give away another silly penalty.
Mickey Hyam had a real look at Sean O'Loughlin then.
Didn't like it. It's getting a bit spiteful. Well, it's been spiteful right from the from the kickoff, hasn't it?
Well, I would sooner call it spicy because it's been sensational.
Well, this is a great test for Wigan. Can you win by coming from behind away from home against a side who many people think will be at the top of the league at the end of the season? We're going to the half times, what, 12 points behind, you'd imagine, with just 40 seconds left. Chance to regroup, and possession stats usually even themselves up. I think they'll get plenty of the ball in the second half. Games tend to work that way. How will they use it when they have hold of it?
They have a penalty here. It's the third penalty that Wigan have received.
Well, I want to get on with it.
No, I don't think he's going to find touch with this.
He's missed it. A golden opportunity has just been thrown right out of the window by not finding the touch.
As Matt King ran that ball back, there's about 6 Warrington players saying, calm it down. But he doesn't know how to calm it down, Matt King.